We need to talk about what happened today. Pokemon Company just decided to silently release the Team Rocket set that we've all been waiting for, called Destined Rivals. A lot of people were anticipating this set. We knew for a long time that this was going to be a big deal. Everybody loves Team Rocket. It's Gen 1 fandom. And, everybody who has the nostalgia in their roughly mid to late 30s is going to be excited about a Team Rocket set coming back, even if they don't fully understand what is going on. But the issue here is that as of 8-9 hours after the drop of this set, we are still seeing this right here, the queue system. So this is the queue system that the Pokemon Company introduced to hopefully get real people in line so that they can eventually get access to product. However, this queue page right here that I have had to open, that's supposed to automatically bring you into the store, has been open for 9 hours. 9 hours. The hype started during Surging Sparks, and it's just gotten so out of control to the point where I don't know if the Pokemon Company can ever really recover from this unless they're going to be printing these sets throughout the entire next generation, which they kind of did that with certain sets in the past, but I honestly don't think that they're going to. I think they're going to go full steam ahead once we finish up the Scarlet and Violet block. Maybe a lot of people know that, and everybody's just freaking out to try and get these products. I have a feeling that it's just scalpers, though. Seeing as we are already seeing these things listed for like $200 on eBay, $250, $300. Saw $1,000 listing. Doesn't mean people are buying it, but people are certainly willing to put their reputations on the line and list things for astronomical prices and just be a total jerk to everybody in the hobby. I don't support that at all. I don't support scalpers. I don't even support really reselling if it's something modern that's supposed to be on shelves today. I have no issues with people sort of creating a business around selling things that are no longer available, whether that's something that's a rare find or an out of print box or something like that someone held on to or found or picked up. What I have an issue with is, the Pokemon Company's printing modern products, they're putting them on the shelves for people to buy, and people are coming in and taking up all of that inventory today. It's on the printing press. There's no reason for it to be unavailable. Anyway, that's a complete tangent, but I was on some Discord servers this morning around 10 o'clock. I started seeing all these notifications pop up where people were basically saying that there was going to be a drop, that the drop that was anticipated to be on Friday was actually going to be on today, Monday. So we were expecting something on Friday and we ended up getting a different drop. I think it was plushies or something like that. Something nobody who was anticipating Destined Rivals was interested in. So it was sort of a bit of a red herring. I ended up getting notifications on Discord that there was going to be a drop today. So I had the Pokemon Center website locked and loaded. I was already in the queue. And about 15 minutes past 10 a.m., I want to say it was, Eastern time, suddenly the Discord started to blow up with all of these links with numbers in the URLs, and they weren't traditional URLs. I don't know how people were piecing these things together. I didn't really understand it at first, but what I saw in the Discord servers was absolutely ridiculous, because what was happening on the Pokemon Center website was completely different than what was happening in the Discord servers, where people were actually able to buy products. And I think that's one of the major issues that the Pokemon Company has to fix right now on Pokemon Center, is the fact that there are people who know how to navigate sort of the PokemonCenter.com backend and find these products before they are listed live for regular customers to actually find. Because by the time the email went out for Destined Rivals from the Pokemon Company, all the product had already been sold out. And now you have people lining up in this queue by the tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, possibly millions, who knows? And they're sitting in line for hours, all day probably, and not even knowing that there's no product for them on the other side of that queue is going to drop eventually. This screen right here is eventually going to go away. It's going to show them the Pokemon Center website, and it's going to have no Destined Rivals on it. And likely they won't even be product pages there, because they take the product pages down so that their servers don't get overloaded with people and bots constantly refreshing them. There's a massive disconnect between what is going on in the hobby and what is going on sort of in the gray market area. And it's almost like you have to be sort of a tech wizard. Mrs. PokeFang, she also collects and she likes to buy stuff. She does her own thing. She buys things without me even knowing, for herself and for me. And she would never be able to know how to navigate these Discord servers and find these unique URLs and things and refresh the pages and know how to use certain browsers and not other browsers, to not get blocked or banned or IP blocked or whatever. So it's completely ridiculous that the Pokemon Center website, PokemonCenter.com, whoever's running it, the webmasters over there, expect the average consumer to be able to do all of this. It's absurd. And that's the only way anybody was able to get product on this drop. It's totally outrageous. I don't understand it, and I'm just so frustrated by it, because as somebody who has bought every set, including like battle styles and like the things that nobody wanted, Obsidian Flame, Scarlet and Violet base, like these were sets that nobody wanted. People straight up were like, I'm not going to collect Pokemon anymore because I hate these sets and this new expansion and this new era altogether. And suddenly money happens and people come flying in. And it's so frustrating for me as someone who is a collector, an art enthusiast, and just wants to enjoy Pokemon, who watches the anime, who plays the card game, who plays the Pocket app. Like, this is something that I am a major fan of, that I didn't allow myself to be a fan of out of shame for years, that I'm just so grateful to be back and be a part of for the last 4 or 5 years that I've been making content now. There's just so many people that want to make money off of this, and they just see this as an immediate cash grab, that it's just absolutely ruining it for everybody. And, you know, if PokemonCenter.com is unwilling to fix their system in some sort of way, some sort of ID verification, authorized buyers, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know what it's going to take for everyday buyers to be able to get access to products. They would have to be printing at 10x what they're printing right now. So I want to give you guys the rundown of what exactly happened so that you are aware and that maybe you have a chance at actually getting some product next time around. Because I actually wrote an article on this on my fan site called Ghastly Gazette. I don't know if I've mentioned it here on the channel before, but I'm going to show you guys a little bit of what that looks like. So this is my fan site right here. Mrs. PokeFang, who covers mostly the Pokemon Pocket app because she's obsessed with it, does a great job writing those articles. She mostly covers the Pocket. I mostly cover the TCG and just cultural things. So if you're interested in signing up for the newsletter, literally it's 100% free. You just put your email address in and you will get new articles pushed directly to your inbox. So we just started this. It's pretty exciting for us. I'm really stoked about it. I built this website myself, so it's probably a little bit janky, so forgive me if there's some weirdness to it. So this is the article that I wrote, sort of an account of what my experience was. So today, on March 24th, 2025, the Pokemon Center silently started dropping Destined Rivals on the official website. Discord servers were going haywire with people trying to get links to products and try to secure their own boxes of Destined Rivals. You were likely one of them if you're also watching this video. Here's what happened. Pokemon Center website instituted a queue system recently to keep their own servers from overloading. There was upwards of 100,000 people in queue before products even went live. And this is based off of people screenshotting their queue positions, which they were able to figure out sort of in the code of the website. Like I said, a lot of these people are sort of tech wizards and they know the back ends of all this stuff. People were able to figure out, I guess preemptively, maybe just by guessing or looking at the system of SKUs that were available of the products. So these are the products that were dropped today. Before these things actually dropped and went live on the website, people already knew this in Discord. How they knew it, I don't know. But they dropped the SKUs in here for the booster box, for the booster bundle, for the 3-pack blisters, and for the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer box. There might have also been one in there for the regular Elite Trainer box. I just didn't see it. But those are the SKUs, and they were able to figure out that you can use those SKUs to build the URLs that would link to the product. So they were already they already had the product pages before they were even posted publicly, active and sitting in their tabs. So they were just actively refreshing those and waiting for the queue to let them into the product page, which gives them an automatic leg up to anybody else. Briefly, I did get through the queue and I was able to see the products, but there's a massive problem. The products were not listed publicly. Like I said, this page right here did not show up. The email went out. It sent people to a queue. They didn't get to see this. By the time anybody saw this, the product was sold out. They were not in the navigation. They were omitted from the search functionality. So if you searched Destined Rivals, you would have not found them either, even though people in the Discord servers were actively having those product pages up with the URLs, with the product names that said Destined Rivals right in it, which means that they were omitted from the search functionality entirely so that people couldn't find it. There were no hero banners at the time of the drop. Like I said, this was not visible at all. None of these were there until well after everything had pretty much sold out. There were no email alerts that they promised us that we would receive by signing up for their mailing list. And that's a big deal too, because a lot of us actually signed up for the mailing list on the Pokemon Center website, specifically because they said, hey, listen, we know it's really hard to find these products. We know that it's getting really difficult to get them because by the time we drop them, they sell out. If you sign up for our mailing list, though, we'll take your information and then we'll send you an email when these drops happen so you can be the first to know. However, they didn't send the emails out until well past the point where things were actually sold out. And then they didn't even let you in the website anyway at that point. They just put you into the queue. Total disaster. Basically, I was allowed into the website. I was able to navigate around and I got thrown back into the queue. Once I was added back into the queue for another 30 minutes or so, the site refreshed automatically and I was able to see the hero banner finally added. I was able to see this right here. Below it was a Team Rocket apparel drop banner as well, which we knew was coming from this article right here that I wrote the other day. However, upon clicking the banner, after being sat in the queue twice, I clicked the banner. The only thing I did, click the banner. Boom, back in the queue. What is the point of putting someone in the queue if every time they click a page inside the website, like they're just going to get added back into the queue? They made it impossible for any normal human user to navigate this website and actually get access to product before all the scalpers got it, all the bots got it. I mean, it sounds like tinfoil hat to say that there's bots, but I've seen them. I've literally seen them. There are services, there are softwares. It's extremely easy. You could literally use AI right now. Tell AI to build you a Chrome extension or a software that will monitor a website for changes or monitor a website sitemap for changes so that you automatically get pinged immediately when there's a new page added to a website or a page has been updated. And it's very easy for anybody who's a little bit tech savvy to do these things. So it's extremely likely that people are using bots to get these products. I'm just reiterating because a lot of people think that the bots theory is, tinfoil hat. It's 100% true. It's just the reality of it. It's very easy. I'm sure a lot of you guys never even got into the website, was lucky enough to see things, take some screenshots and things like that. The end result has been another disastrous launch for true fans and likely to be another epic win for the bots. As many users in Discord feverishly posted images of their failed order attempts due to being detected as a bot. Real people, mind you, not people who were bots. I was watching the Discord. I was watching regular people saying, I just want one box. I just want to get this set. I'm so excited about it. Like, please, someone send me a link. How do I get in? I can't get in. It's not accepting my credit card. It's rejecting me. It says that I'm a bot. Real people are getting these messages while the bots and the scalpers are getting right by it. And that is the issue. I will say that there was a limit of one item per customer. However, most of these scalpers and these people who do this professionally, they're already capable of providing multiple different accounts and multiple different mailing addresses that will then just forward to them. Same thing with the email addresses. You can just create, like if I want right now, I can have an infinite number of wildcard email addresses. I can have admin at PokeFang. I can have Team Rocket at PokeFang. Doesn't matter. I could use as many email addresses as I want. They're all going to forward to one address. And people are doing that. They're doing that to set up new accounts. They're setting up forwarding addresses on PO boxes and you name it. And they're figuring it out so that they can get their hands on this product and normal people cannot. And that is a major issue. Maybe you've seen these, maybe you haven't. I think they look incredible. I'm so stoked that they're doing such a simple black and red design. This is now me getting into my traditional art direction critiquing, but I love that they kind of reversed the colors here for the exclusive one and the regular one. Sometimes there's a stark difference between the two of them. Sometimes there's not a big difference at all. In this case, I think it's pretty standard. It's a little bit more zoomed in on the artwork with Giovanni and Mewtwo, and it has a reverse of the coloring. I don't know if there's gonna be any foil or anything like that. The side of it though, and the background on the standard Elite Trainer box, which is the one here on the left, looks a little bit better. It looks almost like there's some carbon fiber aspect to it, which is really, really cool. The ETBs look great. I would love to be able to get one of each to just throw in an acrylic and keep in a display, even if I'm not allowed to open any packs like the rest of us because of scalpers, but did catch a screenshot of the page right here just so you can actually see. So I also could not find a photo of the ETB promo anywhere. I don't even know if they're going to give us an ETB promo, because there's usually an image right here that shows the packs and the promo card and the PTCG Live card as well. And there's no promo card in here. And even if they don't have one selected, there's usually the back of a card shown right there just to let us know that we are getting a promo card in this box. But I actually did not see one at all on the ETB page. I also noticed that the booster box for Destined Rivals is not visibly enhanced, meaning there's no little enhanced booster box badge anywhere on this booster box mockup that they had on the website. I didn't see it in the title either. And if you don't know what I'm referencing, Journey Together, the most recent set that's coming out in just a few days, has an enhanced booster box that comes with a box topper that has a stamped version of En's Reshiram, the illustration rare. In each one of the boxes that is an enhanced box. And it's kind of a big deal because that box sealed is probably gonna be worth a lot more than a regular box. We were thinking that maybe they were gonna bring back box toppers altogether, but I don't think that that's actually happening because, at least so far, we haven't seen that for Destined Rivals. And I think that they would most certainly be selling those first, the same way that they did with Journey Together. Same thing for booster bundles. I mean, booster bundles are pretty straightforward. It's 6 packs for the cost of 6 packs, and those were also sold out. There's no reason to believe that any of this is going to be slowing down anytime soon, because we do have the 30th anniversary coming up. We're going to see another Generations or Celebrations Asians thing, probably sometime next year for the anniversary, and it's going to be a big deal. It's going to be a really big deal. And with this set coming out, the black and white set coming out next, it's a scary time right now for being a Pokemon fan, like a genuine Pokemon fan, because of how exciting a lot of this stuff is. It really sucks to think about it like this, but it's kind of like the better Pokemon is, the worse the hobby is, because the more interesting it is and the more cool stuff that they're doing, the more you're going to get people coming in here and kind of taking it away from you. It's a bad look. It's extremely toxic in a way that I haven't really seen with other hobbies. I feel like Star Wars fans, they get their fandom stuff in abundance. I feel like you can just go anywhere and buy Star Wars stuff infinitely, basically. With Pokemon, it's extremely hard to find this stuff. And when something gets exciting, it just disappears. It's really, really upsetting. But after the drop, after I took all these screenshots, that is when this email went out right here. Destined Rivals, your destiny awaits. The Pokemon TCG Scarlet and Violet Destined Rivals expansion is available for pre-order. Be one of the first to receive this new Elite Trainer box at launch. You may enter a virtual queue or waiting room to help keep the browsing and shopping experience smooth. Smooth it was not, by any means. It really was a bad experience, and I don't know if they're gonna fix it. Unfortunately, the same types of people, the developers, the coders who are coming up with these ways to create these queues and keep all of these things, keep all the bots at bay, people with those same exact skill sets are able to then create things that circumvent those things that they have in place. So it becomes just really impossible without some sort of customer verification method. And I don't know what that's going to look like, if they even ever do it, or if this is just sort of the new norm. I hope they print this thing in the ground, and I hope everybody's able to get it and open it, because nobody who enjoys Pokemon deserves to have to put up with this stuff. But yeah, anyway, thanks for sticking around, getting unpacked with me. Hope you guys are able to get some product out there in the streets. I did find some Prismatic out at a Barnes & Noble's today, so make sure to check the stores. And the reprints are happening. If they're not reprints, they're just restocks, whatever it is. Product is showing up more recently. So I'm wishing you the best of luck out there, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.